Good morning. It's Mondays with Mel, and we are continuing our back to school series today. So today we're talking a little bit about gut health and what is the big deal about gut health. I feel like those are possibly some I don't know, they're becoming more common words that people are using. I see them on social media with different products. I see them just different times and places that people are now focusing a little more on gut health. Now, why? So the importance of gut health is it's involved in your entire well-being. It impacts our emotions. It's actually 80% of our immune system. It makes a pretty big impact on your immune system if you think about it. 80% of your immune system is in the gut. And then it's also called the second nervous system. It's the enteric nervous system. And it has as many neurons as your spinal cord does just within your gut. So when you think about that, that's pretty amazing. And that's also one thing that makes it so important. So the central nervous system and your enteric nervous system also has like a two-way communication between both. It's called the gut-brain axis. That regulates your GI system, immune, endocrine, and your nervous system. So you can tell that if any of those things are out of whack, well, you're going to feel so many other issues. You're going to have emotional, you're going to have GI, you're going to have nervous system potentially, immune issues, digestive, all the things. So that is where bacteria and having that good microflora balance in your body is so vital for our health. So what do you want in your gut? You want some diversity. There's 500 different species or 100 trillion microbes of microbiome in our microbiome. Now, the importance of what these microbes are is really what they do is they break down your nutrients and they absorb the carbs and nutrients. Your friendly microbe produces an enzyme that isn't naturally created, and those are probiotics, right? Your food can impact the balance of your microbe as well. So if you're eating your fruits and veggies, if you're not, if you're eating processed foods, if you're not, that all impacts what's going on. Even just medications you take and things that might wipe out good and bad bacteria in there. So as an infant, it's interesting because this microbe, like these enzymes in your digestive system, really start developing as an infant. And at 2 years old, they have the same microbiome as an adult, which I think is very, very interesting. So what has a negative impact on the microbiome? Animal fats, proteins, stress, toxins, such as any sort of medication too, physical exertion, and that's where probiotics really help. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about the doTERRA probiotics and kind of what sets them apart, because there's so many probiotics on the market. And one thing that I have seen is I've heard from other people, oh, I take a probiotic, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. I don't notice any difference. I've heard, oh, I don't need probiotics, or, oh, I have major issues if I take a probiotic, etc. Well, I can tell you that not all probiotics are exactly the same. Not all have prebiotics in them. Many probiotics or advertised probiotics are actually gone in your stomach acid and they don't even make it to your gut. So there's a few key pieces that just make it so important when you're looking at probiotics. And this is where I've found great success with doTERRA. So I take a daily probiotic, and I've taken doTERRA's daily probiotic since Austin was born. When he was born, this might be a little TMI for some, but when he was born, I had really bad constipation issues, and it was the probiotics that really helped. I was eating fine. I, wasn't sure why, but the probiotics are really what helped me get back to normal. And I notice a huge difference if I don't take probiotics, or for some reason I'm out of them, which I really try not to ever have. I always try to have extra. So what makes doTERRA so different is pretty much what you're doing is you're maintaining your microflora balance. There's in doTERRA's probiotics, so this is the adult one and this is the kid one. The kid one come in these nice little sachets. And if you listen, you hear separate little balls in there. So the same similar technology is used in both the adult and the kids probiotics. Okay, so there's a prebiotic fiber in them, and then there's a double layer of veggie capsule in the adult one. So that makes it past your gut and make it to the gut, it makes it past your stomach. So you can kind of see how pretty it is, and you can see there's liquid and then there's a capsule on the inside. There's 6 strains. The 6 strains that are in here are stable, they're potent, they're viable, and they have really good benefits. They don't compete with each other. That's another thing in probiotics. A lot of times they're competing strains with one another, and so you're not reaping maximum benefit. There's 3 that are good for healthy colonization and function of your microflora in your upper GI, and then there's 3 for healthy digestive and immune function in your lower intestine. And so those all work together, right? They're not competing, they're all supporting you in different ways. Also, I want to go back to the prebiotic. The prebiotic is so important because your prebiotic is what feeds your probiotic, and if you don't have a prebiotic in your probiotic, your probiotic doesn't survive. So your prebiotic is the food for the probiotic. So these are some of the top reasons why. And the kid is very similar. It actually has a few different strains. And one thing, I'm not going to dive into some of the other supplements doTERRA has today. We're going to do that another week. But one of the things that is so important is that things are what our bodies need. So many times it's probiotics that maybe are not needed, that you're just getting extra of, so that can cause an imbalance. But it's got to be what your body needs. And when I dive into a little bit about supplements, there's just something unique about doTERRA is we actually have different supplements based on the market. So, in Asian countries, they're depleted in different minerals and vitamins than the United States is. And so our supplements, our lifelong vitality supplements, looks so different. And that's the same thing too, when you're looking at vitamins, or you really have to do your research and your due diligence on what am I putting in my body, and is it really going to impact me? I can say that I don't know anyone that's tried the PB Assist that hasn't noticed a change or seen improvement, especially using it, a solid 60 to 90 days, and really noticing and paying attention to what's going on in their bodies. But again, it's 80% of your immune system. So we really should be taking care of it during this season, during this back to school time. And so that is all about doTERRA's True Probiotics. This is what my kids get, and then this is what I take every single day. So thanks everyone. You guys have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week for more back to school tips on Mondays with Mel. Bye.